I don't see any sign of anything here. Oh, drop. Oh yeah, somebody in. Okay, I guess we're up. It's hard to tell. Quiet Saturday morning here in Asaksa. It was a bit crazy last night out on the street, Friday night, but it's quiet now. So who's here this morning? The usual suspects, I guess. Perhaps some new faces, who knows? Good morning. Just got the owl, somebody. Good. There'll be another batch of those starting today, and in fact tomorrow's stream for me. This is Saturday morning here in Tokyo. I'm carving here. But tomorrow's stream for me is probably going to be upstairs printing, I'm not sure. We need more owls. Well, it seems like I'm the appointed person for that job this year. So. And we're really short for printers. Ami-san's not around here, so and all the staff at the moment is working on the last of the portrait series, last of the yokai series, and then they're all working on the New Year's card, taking turns for it. The block that I finished carving here a couple of days ago. The first New Year's cards are finished, and we're going to be making hundreds and hundreds of them. So the owls are falling to me, and we need another batch of 80 or so. Bit more news on the wood front. Some of you who were watching the stream here yesterday saw the little video the boys took out at one of the wood yards. They found a few pieces of mountain cherry. They found 6 slabs of it, and after going over the photographs and video with Aoyama-san, our staff, I told them to go ahead and buy 2 of those slabs. So they put the order in for 2 of those pieces of wood yesterday. And they're not quite ready. They're not quite dry enough yet. They've been in the yard there for, I don't know, the guy wasn't sure, a year or a year and a half, and they're still too moist for the next step in the preparation, slicing them up, you know. So we've asked, excuse me, we just bought them, and they're going to be shipped over here in a week or so. And we'll keep them upstairs. We're not sure for how long. It'll be at least a year, maybe 2 years, before we can then slice them up and have a look and see what's inside and learn whether we've got a good wood or not. You know, you don't know until you get it down on your bench, and it's years of preparation before they get to that stage. So. The price wasn't as bad as what I mentioned yesterday. I don't know, it was about half what I mentioned yesterday. I was guessing that one of those slabs I looked at would be about $2,000, and it wasn't. It was just over $1,000. So, but if it turns out to be good wood, we'll get an awful lot of pieces of wood out of there. You know, small pieces like this for making prints. You know. So who's here? Who's here? Who's here? The wood search and warehouse visit. Yeah, so that's what I said. Out of those 6 slabs we saw, 2 of them we bought. Mokuhankan. Is my microphone off or something? My microphone's on, right? What's going on here? Testing. Hearing Dave only in my right ear. Well, let me have a look here. I'll unplug and replug the microphone. Hang on. Microphone out. Microphone back in. Nothing changed in my settings here. Mono sound. Great. This is what I need. More trouble. Hang on a sec here. Better now. The sound is okay. Can I forget this? Can I ignore it? Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. Nice to have feedback rather than record a video for 2 hours and find out that it's screwed up at the end of it, you know. Now more background noise. What? I don't hear any background noise. This room is silent. Totally silent. There's nothing else. Literally, I can't hear anything else. Not even crows, not even outside traffic. It's not my heartbeat you're hearing. No, something. Something in the system. Turn the sound down. Turn the sound up. Look at the sound settings. Nothing's changed from yesterday. I'm not broadcasting. I know I've got the Twitch window open and the sound is turned off on it. So I'm not hearing any sound coming from the broadcast. My computer is silent. Here's the microphone. If we move it somewhere else for a minute up here, away from me, any difference? Well, I've already unplugged and replugged it once, but let's try it again then. Take the mic out, wait a few seconds and plug it back in. Mic is now plugged back in after being out for 5 seconds. I've changed absolutely nothing. Same camera, same mic, same plug-in, same software. Start it, close it, start it, close it. All right. Oh, something else I meant to mention to some of the stream here. Yeah, that thing, the Mac microphone is turned off. Let me check that, but just let me have a look. No, the mic on the microphone, the mic on the iMac is dislabeled, turned off. I can see it right here. It's got a bat, an X mark next to it. If I switch to activate the iMac mic, it goes like this. The microphone on the iMac should now be enabled, and the mic on me should be disabled. So is the crackling still there, or is the crackling gone now? Sounds a lot better. Killed the noise. Use this mic. Now, but we got the video. It doesn't work. I know. Just a minute. I go back. All right. Disable this mic. Just a minute. But I can't easily enable this one. How are we? Are we okay? Because what's happening now, the mic on the iMac is off, and we're using the mic that's just built into the camera, so it can't be picking me up very well. Yes. Still the same background noise, but quieter. Somebody else says it's good now. If you speak, we hear you. Whatever. The volume is at max. Okay, we'll leave it like this at the moment then. Another question. Do you sell your own printed version of the print you showcased in David's Choice number 5? I don't remember what that was. David's Choice number 5. Remind me, I know. Alright, anyway, back to work. Alright, I'll try and diagnose that stuff later, but alright. What was the question? The question about the print in David's Choice number 5. The one about the scenery of Kagurazaka. We haven't ever printed that one. It's beyond the scope of our printers here right now. We have in the shop both versions. The version printed by the old printer Seki-san, who's dead. Actually, and the version printed by Itakura-san. But we don't have our own of those, and won't have for a long time. So. What I was going to say, I can't watch the stream all the time, but please watch out for a post or a comment or something from a user called Bettbull, B-E-T-T-B-U-L-L, same name as me, right? If you see something like that, you might want to respond to this person. It's my mother, actually. She started watching these Twitch streams occasionally, not every day. And she's been watching, but not. She didn't have a login, didn't have a membership, whatever you call it. So But yesterday, the day before, we set her up with this, so she could now be logged into these things and watch. And it could be that my mother, you're not supposed to talk about a lady's age, but there can't be too many Twitchers who are in their 90s. And if she does decide to comment on here, you might enjoy chatting with her. Please go easy on her. She doesn't really grok the net completely, but and she might even type in all caps or something like that. But if she does decide to come in and say something, please welcome her to this world. Last bit of blacksmith here, right? We were carving this guy's hair yesterday, whatever, and I didn't have a chance to follow all the comments in the stream while it was going on yesterday, of course, but when I was reading it later, somebody commented while I was carving this hair that it's a good thing it's not a Japanese blacksmith or something, or there'd be no hair or whatever. And obviously somebody who makes a comment like that has never been to a Japanese public bath. There are lots and lots of Japanese people who have a lot more hair than I have on their chests. That's easy because I don't have any, but public bath, the local public bath is a real cool one, around the corner from here. Really cool. It's one of the most interesting baths in the country, I think. I've been to lots of them. The current climate in Japan, most of the public baths, the rule is no tattoos, Although that's changing bit by bit here and there, but the current climate generally is no tattoos. But the bath in my area, around the corner from me here, has no such rule. Hell, if that's the rule they had, they'd lose half their customers. So, this is an old-fashioned area here near the temple, and there's lots of interesting people with tattoos. Right, so many public questions here. The Doi Hanga we're talking about that print I put in David's Choice number 5, the Kagarazaka Ushigome print. At the moment we have 2 or 3 copies from Doi Hanga left, printed by Itakura-san. Printed whatever, 5-10 years ago by him. They're okay. They're out of those copies, and they've sent it to Itakura-san again for reprinting. I'm not confident they're going to be really, really good copies when they come back, so they may or may not be in the shop. But at the moment we have 2 or 3 copies by the Noet version and two copies, I think, of the Itakura-san version. What is there? Have I seen gang tattoos? Yes, that's what I said. That the bath around here is totally okay. This is Asakusa. It's a gang district, so there's lots of if you go later at night, if you go in the afternoon or whatever, and you're going to see nothing. But if you go in the later in the evening, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, lots of times, full body tattoos. The older guys are funny because they're all sort of worn out. Tattoos they got, 60 years ago when they were kids and stuff, You can barely see what they are, It's the younger guys who have the vivid, bright ones. And it's no trouble in the bath, They have their job, I got my job, whatever, And not everybody here who has those body tattoos is a gangster, There are, I can't say for younger kids, I don't know, but when you go back to people my age, 60, 70 or older, there were people, craftsmen, workers, the printers, people who used to do woodblock printmaking. And I've got a photograph of a print workshop in 1950, taken in the summer of 1951. And one of the printers there is just beavering away, working, bang, 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 bang. You see the sweat pouring off his body. He's naked except for just a little, cloth of fundo sheet. Hot summer with a ton of printing to do. And he's covered with tattoos. So, it doesn't automatically equal gangster. It was a workman's thing as well. Nowadays, not so much. But if you see people my age or so. The Kagurazaka print again. The copies that are left in the shop, is there any way to purchase one online? I thought it was open in the catalog. I know I can get my head mixed up today doing too many things at once. I thought it was just open in our normal catalog. Let me just check and see. Hang on a sec. Go to Dave's Manager page here. Just a moment. Catalog edit. I better do this after I get off part. Kagurazaka. I think I turned it off when we ran out of the last ones, and then two more came in, but I haven't put it back up yet. No, it's available. It's marked as being available. It should be there. It should be in the catalog online. I'm sorry. Come on, Dave. Focus, focus. You're supposed to be working here. Ignore that stuff. Not ignore it, but... About that print, and when I get off the stream this morning, I'll have a look at it. But as far as I know, we do have two copies, and it should be open on the catalog. So I don't want to mess with that stuff right now. So wait till I'm off the camera, and I'll go and have a look at it. So sorry for the confusion. So. question. Just a second, we'll get around this corner. Question. Question. Where's the question box? Here. Would I consider accepting requests to do a specific print production? No, that sort of thing is absolutely impossible at the moment. I'm sorry. I know we're, not to dramatize this, but the workshop here now, myself and all of our workers and everybody here, we're at maximum capacity. I know. The obligations we have at the moment, making things like the Ukiyo-e Heroes prints, things we've done with Kickstarter campaign, our Patreon prints, keeping the prints in our shop in stock, we're at max. We cannot take on any more projects. And people ask us quite frequently, not every day, but every week, any number of times, I get requests. Can they join our stable of artists? Can I make prints from their designs? Or do we take requests, commissions? And I'm sorry, it's completely beyond our capabilities to do that sort of work. We would love to be able to work with more people, to make more kinds of interesting prints, to do all kinds of work. But at the moment, we're just staggering through life, trying to keep up with the obligations we've already got. So I'm sorry to be negative, I can't, we just can't do it. We just can't do it. There's a thing I put on it's on one of my blogs, on the Mokuhankan blog, I guess. I put it up there some years ago, 5 years ago, no longer than that, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I put a blog post up. I say a blog post, it's actually a book, a short book, or a long length feature, describing the kind of print shop, the kind of publishing house, the kind of business that we would like to have in the future. And in the middle of there somewhere, I talked about that, the fact that people could come into our shop with their designs and commission us to make prints from them. And so it's on our published list of things to do for the future. But I have no idea if ever we'd be able to get this to happen, Actually, speaking about that thing now, I should maybe link to that, because that might be really of interest to some of the people watching us who don't know too much about our work, who'd like to know more about what we're doing here, why we're doing it, and where we're going. Maybe somebody could link it for me? If you go to if I verbally describe it here, if you go to mokuhankan.com/conversations, which is our nominal blog here, not being updated too often. We usually update on Facebook these days. But if you go to mokuhankan.com/conversations, you'll see links to blog posts. And in the right-hand column, I think there's a little box there that's highlighting something called Mokuhankan, what's it called? Mokuhankan 20XX or something. And that's the thing that's linked in there. Mokuhankan 20XX is a long, don't even think about trying to read it now, because it's long. It's basically a short book describing what we want to do. And when you first start reading it, you might think, what's going on? That's Dave's Mokuhankan right now. We're talking about the sign I have outside that's got the Baron sign and stuff, the Baron symbol. But no, this thing was written, like I said, nearly a decade ago. And parts of it now are coming true. We actually have a shop here in Asakusa, but this was written before we ever had a shop. I was just dreaming about stuff. Somebody link to it? Yeah. It's long. Be careful. Eh? But those of you who are interested in our work and stuff here, dig into that, and just remember one thing: it was written before we had a shop. You know, none of the things you see in there were true at all, and now a few of the things you see in there have actually come true because we're on the way. We're up and running a little bit. That was written before I met Jed. There was no QA Heroes. Well, I think I updated it since then to make a reference to the heroes or something. I'm not sure. I edited it partway along. Chat's probably going to go totally silent now while all these people go and read that thing. Thinking about the sound issues on the stream today, and I think I know what it might be actually. When I finished the stream yesterday morning, I killed the broadcaster software, turned it all off. Turned off the interface software, the video interface software, but I forgot to turn the camera off. I left the camera plugged in and just on, sitting there. Normally I turn it off, of course. So this morning when I came back to do this, I found out that the camera has been sitting there, powered up and running for the last 24 hours. And whatever, at that point nothing to do, but I just plug it in and get going with the stream. But the camera itself has been, like I said, up and running for 24 hours, over 24 hours. So maybe there's a heat issue with it, or maybe it just needs a restart or whatever. So that could be what we're seeing today here with the audio issues on this thing. So I'm not going to panic. When I finish this stream today, I'll shut it down properly. Let it sit for a while, then reboot it and have a look and see how things are. So I suspect that might be what we've seen today with the audio problems. I'm sorry. So cross your fingers that tomorrow should be back to normal on the audio. Messy down in here, sorry, it's not so pretty here. This block, it can't decide which way the grain runs. It's up and it's down. It's nearly flat, so there's no specific good direction for it. It's okay for a few inches and then it switches around. So. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Nice crunch. Where are we here? Am I afraid that the small chisels will break? No, it's very, very strong steel. I know what I'm doing. What can I say? I know what I'm doing. I know how the pressure is going on. The smallest one I've got actually isn't a proper chisel. This is a sewing machine needle, industrial sewing machine. It's steel, and I can flick this and there's no way it's going to break. I could put my body weight on her and it wouldn't break. The one that would break, if I had a carving knife, thin, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, that's the one that's really in danger of breaking. So. Then the other question in the stream, have I had a chance to look at the pictures? I was going to do that yesterday, and I told you on the stream that I was going to do it yesterday, but it was insane in the shop. I'm sorry again. It just got postponed. It's on my... Oh, there was my phone. Checking those prints of yours is now on my list of things to do today, and if I get to it, I will get to it. I'm sorry. It's there. You're not forgotten. You're in line. I'm sorry to be unfriendly about this. This person has sent many times images of the prints he's making to me, and I'm trying to get to it. I'm sorry. Oh, what's next? We've come up the body here. The body of both these guys is now done. The middle of the sword's done. The body of the sword's done. I still haven't repasted. As those of you who were here a week ago, I tore off by mistake part of the hunch day here. I hadn't had enough glue on the wood when I pasted it down, and this part just disappeared. So I've got to repaste it, print it out and repaste here. So anyway, we can do the part up to there, up to that corner. So. A few of you noticed, and I thought I got away with it. When I did it, I thought I covered up my mistake quickly, but a few people noticed right away. You guys are watching. I've learned I can't hide anything from this stream. 3 or 4 times now I've made a mistake, a carving mistake, a printing mistake, not printing, carving mistake, a pasting mistake, and people catch it all the time. Can't get away with anything here. Talk about flicking and breaking tools. Now, this is the one I'm flicking here, and there's no way I can break this, not in 1,000 years. This isn't a carefully laminated Japanese steel. This is a sewing machine needle. looking for time. We're okay, right? What are we at here? 9 o'clock, no problem. I know Cameron won't be here today. It's the weekend, so he won't be disturbing us, whatever. I know the staff will be here about 9:30. Mistakes. I have 150 people checking my work every second, so. We should give a prize to people who catch errors or something or whatever. There's our crows. Those will be over in the temple garden there. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Quite a way away. It's funny, we've been up for an hour or so now, and there's no party reservations today. It's funny. It was what was there yesterday? 3 or 4 during the course of the stream. You know, it's coming up for the weekend. It's Saturday here in Tokyo now, so party reservations there's all different types. You know, there's people that reserve. We got a reservation yesterday for next April, which seems a bit bizarre to me. You know, somebody knows that on April 17th, 10 in the morning, they're going to be here at this place. Most people reserve it, you know, they're in town first. They got to sort their schedule out for what to do in Tokyo, and then they make a reservation. But it's a mix, you know, we're booked up quite a way in advance, but there's open spaces still. So. It's turned out to be a very popular activity for people coming to Tokyo. Well, I say so, but I mean, there's millions of people come to Tokyo, and only some dozens come through here. But and we've got to get some more images ready. Absolutely, there are many people who want to do it, but are not so happy with the relatively simple image that we have on the bench. You know. We've got another one in preparation, but we need many, many more, I think. It's not trivial to make those things, you know. Not just any woodblock print will do. You know. We've got to build it so that people who are making a print for their first time can walk away with a good result. And that's far from trivial. missing everything that's going on here. No idea what's happening, sorry. Oh, Jed's here. Good morning, Greta. Crows, you can hear the crows waking up, yeah, so. Not sure, I can't copy it all, so can't counterfeit it all, but anyway, here we go. We're still okay for a while. Jitsen, coming along well on your design here, you know. Most of the Jinbutsu, most of the people are now done. Haven't done the faces yet. The bodies are done. Mr. Warrior here. Mr. Blacksmith, his body is now done. Just now finishing the hand on the sword. Next is the pommel, then I'll get to the faces. Maybe a day's work left, who knows? Blacksmith and Warrior. And after that it'll be time to get the color blocks done, which should be relatively easy. Jed's given me a relatively simple color breakdown for the prints of this new series. So it shouldn't be long now before we see this first print. Then I'll make a quick video announcing the series and we'll be up and running. I hear an official question there. Just let me finish this little piece. Where are we here? Different knives for the faces. No, it's going to be the same knife. This is what I use. This is going to cut. This cuts all my prints, period, top to bottom. Thin lines, fat lines, wiggly lines, straight lines. This is the knife. just one. How many color blocks? Jed, you're there. How many color blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't remember. Let's find the image. How many color blocks? There's a gray, there's a light yellow and a darker yellow and a skin tone and a brown. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 color blocks. So it's going to be 3 pieces of wood both sides, because we've got 6 when you put the key block inside. I don't know what's going on in the chat here, but whatever. So. Okay, come on. I've got to get a few more minutes here and get some work done this. How does the colouring work? I'm new here. Well, you're going to have to just watch over the next few days as this happens. You know, it's far easier just to show you than it is to try and describe it. You know, or the guys in the chat can bring you up to date. I better not carve too far up here because it's missing, so I'll just carve the bit that I can see and understand here. I've been postponing fixing this corner. I've got to do it now, of course, obviously. For those of you who missed it, when I pasted down the tracing, I didn't have glue on the block in this spot, so the tracing disappeared. So there's apparently something else here. I don't know what it is. I've still got Jed's original Photoshop data, so I'll print it out again, bring it back here and paste off this last missing corner. I've been postponing it, but obviously that's it. We're at crunch time now. So. Hear the noises? That's upstairs. They're over my head. They're really at it up there, back and forth, don't know what they're doing. There's a question. It might be the last one today that we're getting close to the end of the time here, so let's have a look and see what it says. Blacksmith's beard is grey. It's over the flesh tone. The grey of the sword that you see and the grey in the backgrounds overlays the flesh. Questions stacked up in there. Are print parties valuable for someone who intends to print more seriously or even professionally? If you've never done it before, do it. It's a first chance. You get a chance to work with people who know what they're doing, And the biggest thing you learn at a print party, if you're thinking about doing printmaking later on, the best thing you can learn from our print party is feeling the moisture in the paper and how much moisture is in the brush and how much moisture goes on the block. Because those are the things that we mention in words in our instruction books, you know, moisten the paper. What does that mean? So feeling these things in doing it at the print party together with us is extremely valuable. So no, it's not just playtime. If you're interested in printmaking, if you've been doing it for a year already, come and do this. It's not just fun, you can feel the stuff. A question about what we should do for the next print in the Heroes. Somebody's asking for Master Chief. If you've got suggestions, Jed's the guy to talk to, because I know nothing about the video games. I know nothing about the characters, nothing about what's popular. Jed draws. He makes many more designs than I can make as woodblock prints, so he goes ahead and makes more and more and more. And from that selection, we choose the ones here that we're technically able to do, that we have time to do, and that we think are worthy of our investment in time and manufacture. So suggestions for themes and stuff should all go to Jed, not to me. He's over on his website at ukioheroes.com. He sometimes hangs around here. He might be even still in this thread today. So if you want to talk about suggestions, Jed's the man to talk to. As I said, he makes many more designs than we can possibly turn into woodblock prints. You know. Print parties, and if I'd had a chance to go to something like one of these print parties back at the beginning for me, it would have saved me years of frustration, literally. How much moisture, what's wrong, why is their printing not smooth, why is it blotchy, how much pressure, what kind of circles to rub the Baron tool in, you know. There's a million things you can pick up from one of these print parties. And the tourists here making a print, they won't remember those things. They'll just make their print and have fun and walk away with a souvenir. But if you're interested in this thing, or if you're going to try it later by yourself, my God, that experience is so valuable. You can't buy training like that anywhere. So yeah, sort of come back to the same thing, but is this experience useful? Yes, capital Y-E-S. What's the time here? This must be, who's in today? It's Kawai-san and Matsumura-kan. The two boys. It's Boys' Day today here. They're going up and down the stairs. They're putting out the flag, getting the poster ready. We're looking for another crazy day in the shop here. You know, without putting actual real numbers on the table, I can tell you November for us now. We're within what looks like 2 days of having our best month ever. And it's still only the 19th or something. We've got 10 days left, and we're already within minutes of our total best ever for visitors, for parties, for sales. We're swamped, absolutely swamped, running out of prints left and right. The owls have gone berserk. Who's there? Kawai-san, good morning. Hello. Hello to your friends here. How you doing?
Good. 青山さん聞いたと思うんですけど、チョンさんと
So you went to see those blocks. So what we're doing, we showed. In fact, yes. Here, let me show that video again. One that I showed yesterday. So we showed a video yesterday. This is Kai-san. You know him. He and Aoyama-san and Chon-san, our new young carver, went to one of the wood yards, Shinkiba. It's a place called Kamogawa Shoten or something, whatever. So anyway, here's a 1-minute video showing some wood. So I'm sure if our audio is still going to hear. There were 6 pieces here. This one looks smooth, but the wood grain is totally no good for us. Wood grain is no good. And also, Aoyama-san said it's pretty soft. So soft plus bad grain, there's no way. So these first 3, 1, 2, 3 from the left, these are no good for us. And over on the right-hand side, these 2, the first one, our left and right, these look good. They're red. They're cut in a way that there's a bit of flat grain on it. They're not totally flat. 977, that's a good one. I've asked them to buy this one. It's not perfect, look, there's still too much grain. But anyway, compared to what we've got these days, it's okay. Then this one, there's pieces we can cut out of here. It's split on the right-hand end. There's pieces. Then this one's nothing, it's just full. So from the left there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 4 and 5, I've told them to buy those. So out of those 6, 2 of them are there already. Now Sam will be, I think he bought them on Friday afternoon, yesterday afternoon. And we've put our name on them and they're going to come. Those are slabs. They're about 6 centimeters thick, can I?
6 millimeterでスライス。
そう。Those slabs you saw, they're about...
スライスのカンパニーも見つけて、
They're about 6 centimeters, which is about what? 1.5 inches or so thick? I'm not sure exactly in inches. And what we're going to slice them thinly. And then the thin wood we get out of them, we'll be doing what we do with these. The thin cherry goes on top of a plywood base. So each of those big slabs you just saw will make dozens and dozens and dozens of these small prints, small blocks. Anyway, there we are. I know I've got to get out in the shop. It's going to be Saturday. It is going to be top to bottom chaos. I've got my list of things to do. It's been a bit chaotic again today. Sorry. I know. Back and forth. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry about the audio issues. I hope that I can have those fixed by tomorrow because I think I know the cause of them. It's Saturday morning. I'll be back here Sunday morning, Tokyo time, same station, working on the same block. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time. Thank you. Camera off. Mic is already off, it seems. We're done. Thank you again. See you next time.